Welcome to Big Talk with Hype and Commish.
Yeah.
This is Hype.
Wow.
Hello. I'm the Commish.
No, it feels good to be here.
This is our first ever episode. And it feels good, I gotta say.
Yeah. Wow.
Probably a little better for you being 2-0.
Yeah. I definitely didn't expect it, but wow. With a draft like that, how could I be any less? You know.
So you're saying that you didn't expect it, but at the same time you kind of did.
Yeah, well, that's basically what I'm saying, you know. You're 0-2, so that's nice. Not as expected, but you know, there's ups and downs to the fantasy league, and this is a downer. So
yeah, we don't have to get into that so much. So what have you been doing lately?
Man, I can't believe the Blackout debate is over at this point. I mean, I was just getting into it. I mean, I don't even know why. I feel like I'm here to talk about Blackout, you know?
Right.
I mean, I did more Blackout than I did football this weekend, so. How'd your fantasy go this weekend? You lost by a little bit, but I mean, you had Devontae Freeman out, so that's, you know, not bad. But
yeah. Devontae Freeman went out. That hurt a lot.
Did you have two players out, or no? Just one?
It seemed like it.
Because at one point you said your whole team was questionable. I don't know what that means.
So let's jump in here to some big games. We had our game of the week this week was Nick and Jack, as you can see there in our pick'em poll.
Yeah.
And Jack went big this week. He nearly was the highest scoring team in back-to-back weeks. And here's the power rankings from...
God, you can almost not even see him down there.
From preseason, all right, leading into week 1, all right. Now, Jack, number 14 down here. See him here.
Nobody voted for him. I'm going to be honest. He's probably a little angry about that. But I would be.
Yeah, that's fair. But also you have the experts, you know, expert rating of 84 out of 100. So even the experts were down on Jack. And here he is, you know, back-to-back weeks. He's number 1 team in scoring last week. He's on number 2 team in scoring this week. He's not messing around. You know, looking at ahead at week 3.
Who's playing in week 3? Who are you playing in week 3?
I think we're playing week 3, you and me.
Oh.
So.
Fitzmagic versus the Commish, huh?
If Devontae plays, I'm feeling real good. If he doesn't play, I'm still feeling good. So how about that?
So I decided to start Fitzpatrick. A lot of the inspiration behind my wardrobe today actually came from that press conference.
Oh, wow, I didn't even notice all this glitz.
Oh, this?
Yeah, you got some... I don't know if you have quite the chest hair that... but it's enough. It's enough that it's working for you, I think. This could be a season-long look, I think.
Can I wear this once a week for the rest of the season?
I mean, if you wear that every day to work, I think we're going to get some more sales.
That's true.
So you should think about that. All right, let's move on to big upsets. So the interesting theme of the season so far is we already talked about Jack, power ranked 14th. Now he's 2-0, putting up the most points back weeks, nearly. TC started off 0-8 last season. He is also 2-0.
I can't believe it.
He beats me week 1. He beats Joe week 2, and he trashes Joe.
Oh.
By the way.
Oh, that's my roommate, by the way, guys.
And then you got Curtis. Preseason rank of number 16.
I mean,
and here he is, also 2-0.
that's crazy to think. After that friggin' mockery he put on the draft, I mean, for him to come out 2-0 is it just doesn't make any sense. He has been pretty active on the waiver wires, though. That's kind of, I think he might have made up a little bit there, maybe not, but I mean,
well,
yeah, like Tyreek Hill, another pick I totally forgot about, and a lot of people probably forgot about.
He, arguably breached quite a bit for 12 picks or so for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But if we look at, the top players of the season so far, Tyreek Hill, there he is, number 4 on out of all players with 66 points in 2 weeks.
I'll say this, if Curtis isn't going to make it to the playoffs, we might have to make a dirty trade again, if you know what I'm saying. Call me Curtis.
A questionable trade. It's now time for our big injuries segment. Let's check out the injury report for...
Luckily, I stayed off this list. I don't like this list. This isn't one of my favorites.
Gordon, of course, being traded to the Patriots. Thoughts on that?
I was trying to read that message in the group chat. I mean, there's so many damn emojis. I couldn't even. I almost had a headache. I couldn't read it. I just couldn't read it. I mean, let alone the fact that he's a Browns player. I mean, Jesus. I mean, who even knew who this guy was?
You don't know who Josh Gordon is?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, his name goes around, comes around, but I mean, playing for the Browns, I mean, you might as well just forget about him.
He doesn't know a whole lot about anything besides what's going on in his team. Also, not shown here on the injury report, Chris Duncan's broken heart.
Well, really, I thought, yeah, who was his number 1 draft? I don't think he played this year.
Le'Veon?
I thought he played for the Steelers or something, but I think, Le'Veon Bell. Yeah,
Le'Veon Bell, right.
Who that was.
If you're Duncan, you got to be freaking out, right?
Yeah, I mean, your season's over, Duncan. I would just throw in the towel at this point. I mean, you're screwed.
Let's move on to big waivers. So big pickups for week 2. We look at here, of course, the biggest bid of the week was Curtis. He went for Philip Dorsett. You see there, 45 of his 100 fantasy budget dollars, waiver budget, on Philip Dorsett. Dorsett had a 19.6 point game in week 1, so Curtis naturally thought, hey, this guy's going to be big. Dump almost half my budget on him. Comes around in week 2 against the Jaguars, 9.4 points, so not probably what he was hoping for.
And I guess I picked up Fitzpatrick. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh.
Oh. I mean, he's really got you in the chest hair department, clearly. Got to be a little emasculating, I'd imagine, but
yeah, I kind of feel like a teenage girl here.
And I don't know why
I shouldn't have shaved.
Shaved your beard. That was a huge mistake.
But God, he looks damn good. I'll give him that. He looks damn good. He took a little bit of style notes from me, sitting on my bench. I mean, being that close to me, he's got to learn a little something about style. So I'm proud of the decisions he's made so far.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll have to ask him what kind of necklace that is because it ain't as good as mine.
Yeah, I don't think his spins. So it is now time for our Big Brett segment, where we get my dad, Big Brett, on the horn here and see what he has to say.
Well, I started watching this or paying attention to this at the same level that you pay attention to, when your grandma tells you that your fourth cousin has diabetes. I kind of kept up with it at the same level that you keep up with, hey, how's the insulin shots going?
Wow.
But I thought really, my thoughts about this for this first segment are, you're 2 weeks into the season here. So really what you need to focus on right now is how you get better. So really this, my advice this week is let's get you better. Okay. So how do we get you better?
That's awesome. How do you think we do that? Is that waiver wires? Is that picking up free agents or just
I think it's more basic than that. Let's start. let's start with some of you guys' names. I mean, look at the records right now. I mean, look at the people that are 2-0, the hype zone, the IFL stars.
That's I didn't think of that.
The trash man. I mean, these, okay, Barry Manilow's big finishers. I'll give the doubters, the naysayers that, but these are all names you can sink your teeth into. Even some of the, even some of the better 1-and-ones, like, the Scallon Express should be 2-0. These are real names. So like what I would ask Burt Macklin, Ninja in training, to think about, and Mr. Siemens with 69 could.
I mean, do we need some name changes?
The malpractice feed Ivy. I mean, I think some of these people need to, own up to, hey, nobody wants to play for these horrible names. So
That's true. I mean, I never really thought about it like that.
So that's step one in getting better. You guys gotta look at like what you've done right and what you've done wrong so far. Like who do you really have in certain positions? I mean, do you have the right people in the right position or the wrong people? Like I wasn't 29-1 and 6 seasons of flag football because I didn't have the right people in the right place. You want people that can catch. I mean, if you see a commercial with a guy whose hands stick to the mailbox, that's a guy you want on your team. Okay, so I'm just telling you where to look. It's not all about what the Sunday morning talk shows. You can learn a lot by commercials. I kind of like my shirt tonight. See you in Pasadena. That's one thought, and then another thought is go Hawks. You took it on the chin last week with #1 Van Meter. You played #1 in the RPI I-35 this week, but I don't know why you can't get it done and bounce back into the top 5 in your RPI at 3-1, go to 4-1. Go Hawks.
Big Brett, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that is going to do it for our first inaugural episode of the Big Talk. Big Talk is brought to you by Barb Brady, big supporter of the show. We appreciate all the funds coming from her.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really deny the funds, so we'll take whatever we can get at this point. So
A lot of bank making all this production possible here. Thanks for watching or listening. We appreciate it. This has been Big Talk. I'm the Commish. And you are?
I'm Hype, and thanks for joining us. See us next week.
See you next week.
What kind of mindset are you to bench Deshaun Jackson? He's got the same last name as Jackson. Anyways, how do you bench him in the second? Who do you bench him for?
Jackson's last name is
Well, that's true. I mean, Dr. Jackson.
not Jackson. So who are you to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, number one draft. I mean, number one gold chains. I mean, so.